Welcome into the Beat Sessions. I'm your host, Mitchell Weary. We're looking at the brand new record from Angelique Kidjo entitled Mother Nature, which she released on June 18th. This is her follow-up to 2019's Celia. I believe this is her 18th solo album, roughly. She's done a number of collaborations throughout her 40-plus years in the music business. She's a veteran, a marvelous voice. Many people call her the diva of Africa, and it's one of two things that I really love about her is the way that she's brought the music of her country to the rest of the world. And this album does a marvelous job of highlighting not just all of these artists, but the number of influences that her music draws on. From, Afropop, there's Congolese rumba, jazz, gospel, funk, soul. There's all these traditional African elements, lots of contemporary elements, and she blends them into her music seamlessly. I absolutely love her for that reason. This is a marvelous, marvelous record. The other thing that I'm really loving about her message is while tackling tough subjects, she's delivering an uplifting message, which is just not something that you see a lot of people that want to talk about the current climate of the world do. And I think it's so important. She's 60 years old now. I've reflected on it as I've started to get older a little bit too, because I wanted to bring up this review from Sarse Nangura, I believe is how you say her name. I couldn't find a video to get the proper pronunciation of that. Writer, activist, young woman, and did a review for Pitchfork for this record and really had a lot of wonderful things to say right up to the very end. This kind of bums me out. She says, Kidjo's music flows most easily and the messages land with the greatest impact when she's not proselytizing, as she does on Sampa the Great Assisted Free and Equal and the album's title track. Analogies to color blindness and cultural mosaics on Meant for Me feel out of sync with an album that proudly centers voices of the Black diaspora. I don't understand why those two have to be mutually exclusive, to be completely honest with you. I respectfully have to disagree with your perspective. She goes on to say her collaborators focus their collective lens on Blackness and daily African realities, both mundane and exceptional. The sing of racial rainbows sounds forced and toothless and lacks the persuasive power that marks the album's strongest songs. So to get to my point, I feel like she's a younger person. I feel like it's the problem that continues to plague our world is the sins of our fathers creating this impulsive, angst-filled reactionary behavior in younger generations. And one of the things I love, Angelique in this record, the first song, Choose Love, she says, let's be stronger than our fathers. And she also goes on to say, daughters, let's do things to make your mothers proud. And I love the sentiment there. And I think it's really important. I think at some point in the world, if we all want to move forward, we have to make that commitment to just be better than our forefathers, all of us. And it's one thing that just kills me through this whole thing. For as much as people want to see change, I see so many of those people advocating for it, still just wanting to be angry, just wanting to have something to hang their angry hat on. It's almost like any resolution with this conflict, it will kill that drive, and they'll find themselves starving for something else, and it's really just a sad state of affairs. But again, I am loving this record because I love Angelique's just concept of community, what it means to come together right now, and despite having to tackle difficult challenges in the future, and especially in the near future, delivering that message that is uplifting, that is, imploring all of us to come together to develop that sense of community. And by doing so, we can create a better world for ourselves. We can fix the problem that continue to create these stupid challenges that many of us just seem beaten in the face with over and over again. It seems like common sense stuff that a lot of these problems that we have should not exist. And so, Angelique, this is a lovely album. A lot of it dealing with, global warming, things that are affecting our planet as well. Song Mother Nature, the album title. I really like the title track, Mother Nature. It's got this heavy, ferocious lyric coming from Angelique. And just the sentiment of, I guess, delivering the overall gravity of how pretty just cutthroat the world could be. It reminds me of Godzilla by Blue Oyster Cult, basically. History shows again and again how nature points out the folly of men. That's the line for that song. And she's not shy about, giving us the ringer a little bit on taking care of our planet, taking care of each other, being good to one another. So Angelique, this is a big time vinyl, please. Your voice sounds fabulous on this record, by the way. Like 4 or 5 different languages that you get to enjoy song on this album. It's a marvelous project. Really a big fan of this. So I hope you enjoy it. I hope you find this review helpful. Please like this video, share it as well. Subscribe to my channel and check out the live show on Sunday nights. We'll see you next time on the Beat Sessions.